In a cozy little village, there lived a young rabbit named Ruby who had soft gray fur and bright pink ears. Ruby was a cheerful bunny who loved to hop around the sunny meadows near her burrow home. She had many friends in the village, including Mrs. Owl who lived in the big oak tree and Benny the beaver who lived by the sparkling stream. Ruby was always busy playing and having fun, but there was one important thing she often forgot to do. One bright morning, Ruby was feeling very hungry after playing all morning. She hopped over to Mrs. Owl's tree and called up, "Mrs. Owl, I'm so hungry. Do you have any sweet berries?" Mrs. Owl, who was very kind, flew down with a basket full of juicy red berries. "Here you go, Ruby," said Mrs. Owl with a warm smile. Ruby quickly grabbed the berries and started eating them right away without saying anything. Mrs. Owl looked a little sad as she watched Ruby munch away. After finishing the berries, Ruby felt thirsty. She hopped over to Benny the beaver by the stream. "Benny, I need some fresh water," Ruby called out. Benny stopped his work building a dam and brought Ruby a leaf filled with cool, clear water. Ruby drank it all up quickly and then hopped away to continue playing. Benny scratched his head and felt confused about why Ruby seemed to be in such a hurry. Later that day, Ruby wanted to cross the stream to pick flowers on the other side. She saw Benny working on his dam. "Benny, can I walk across your dam?" Ruby asked. Benny nodded and moved aside so Ruby could cross safely. Ruby hurried across and started picking the pretty yellow flowers without looking back. Benny felt a little hurt that Ruby didn't seem to care about his hard work. As the days went by, something strange began to happen. When Ruby asked Mrs. Owl for berries, the wise owl seemed busy and said, "Sorry, Ruby, I don't have time today." When Ruby asked Benny for help, the beaver would just nod but didn't smile like before. Even the other animals in the village started to avoid Ruby when she came hopping by. Ruby felt confused and lonely. She wondered why her friends weren't as friendly as they used to be. One day, Ruby sat alone under a shady tree, feeling very sad. A wise old tortoise named Mr. Shell slowly walked by and noticed Ruby's tears. "What's wrong, little rabbit?" asked Mr. Shell in his gentle voice. Ruby sniffled and said, "All my friends don't want to help me anymore. I don't understand why they don't like me." Mr. Shell sat down next to Ruby and listened carefully to her story. Mr. Shell thought for a moment and then asked, "Ruby, when your friends help you, what do you say to them?" Ruby looked puzzled and said, "I don't say anything. I just take what I need and go play." The old tortoise smiled wisely and said, I think I know what's happening. There are two magic words that can make your friends feel happy and loved. Would you like to know what they are?" "Yes, please," said Ruby eagerly. Mr. Shell's eyes twinkled as he said, "The magic words are thank you. When someone helps you or gives you something, saying thank you shows them that you care about their kindness. It makes them feel good inside and want to help you again." Ruby's eyes grew wide with understanding. She realized she had never said thank you to any of her friends. The very next day, Ruby decided to visit all her friends and try using the magic words. First, she went to Mrs. Owl and said, "Mrs. Owl, thank you so much for all the berries you've given me. You're so kind." Mrs. Owl's face lit up with joy, and she gave Ruby a big hug. Then Ruby visited Benny and said, "Thank you, Benny, for letting me use your dam and for the fresh water. You're such a good friend." Benny's tail wagged happily, and he smiled his biggest smile. From that day on, Ruby always remembered to say thank you, and her friendships became stronger and more magical than ever before. Moral lesson: saying thank you is a magical way to show others we care about their kindness and makes everyone feel happy.